Hi guys, I'm back. Wow, I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I've been pretty consistent. And today, we're gonna do a story time. Story time of my first toxic relationship when I was 14 years old. I have my sandwich here. It's not a sandwich, it's a wrap from the deli. It's a Caesar wrap with banana peppers. Fire as fuck. You gotta try that. The guys from the deli, they be knowing me. They know me already because I be there almost every day before my shift. Be making my shit fire. Okay, today we're gonna do a story time of the time I was in my first toxic relationship. I was 14. I was 14 and I was a freshman in high school, and I always hung out with these two girls. My best friend and then some other girl. We were the trio, okay? That was just us. We were the trio. Here I wanted to say like around March or April. We were already getting into like the groove of like high school and stuff. We had metal detectors in my high school, so we weren't allowed to bring our phones in. But the deli across the street, if you know, you know, they would charge us $1 to hold our phones for the day, and they would give us a ticket. You would take this ticket back to them at the end of the day or like whatever time you want your phone back, and they will give you your phone, and you just had to pay the $1. And you know, everybody was doing that. Like that was their thing. I think that deli made so much money off of us just not wanting our phones in the school, because if you gave your phone to the school, you had to stay there until dismissal, and we had dismissal at 4 o'clock. So a lot of students were putting their phones into the deli. So my best friend and this other girl, we're gonna name her Bianca. I was like a really bad kid. Like I was cutting school so much. Like on one of the days that I didn't go to school, I didn't stay the full day, and they did. And they met this group of guys. It was like a group of 4 or 5 guys, and they met them, and they told me about it later. And they said, hey, like we made some friends. They go to a whole different school. They were just in the area. Bianca and like one of the guys from their side, we're gonna call him. Bianca and Mickey have been texting back and forth, and they're doing their thing, and they're like getting to know each other and stuff, and I'm like, cool. So she's coming back to us, the trio, and basically telling us like what they're like talking about, like saying that they want to hang out with us and stuff. And that, mind you, I've never met these people, so I'm like, cool, like I'm down, whatever. I was down. I'm still down for like anything, bro. Like I'd be down with anything. Like let's just go, like fuck it, like let's have a time. We leave school early so we could meet them in the park. My best friend, she's not messing with these guys. She's like, they're weird, immature, whatever. I'm meeting these guys for the first time. So Mickey and Bianca are like on the side. They're doing their thing, getting to know each other. And me and my best friend are like, we're like close by, but we're like giving them their space. We're just hanging out. We're just hanging out in the park. It just looks like a whole bunch of high schoolers hanging out in the park. So this one guy, we're gonna call him X, because his name started with X, is a 17-year-old. I am a victim. And I was not shy of 15. My birthday was in May. I was turning 15. So I didn't look at it like it was bad. I didn't see the age difference. I guess I got his attention, and he wanted to talk to me. And I was entertaining it because I'm 14 years old, single, living my best life, and me, my girls, and I in my head I'm like, oh, this is so cute. Like, so we're there, and we're flirting back and forth. We're just flirting. Cool. He takes down, I think, my Facebook. He takes down my Facebook. We go and we hit up the McDonald's down like the street. So we're all hanging out at McDonald's. We get something to eat. And at this point, he's full on committed to this. He has his hand around my shoulders, and he's just flirting with me. He's like next to me like the entire time. So we go and we say our goodbyes, and then we start texting back and forth the entire like time. Like we just go back and forth. Then we link up with these guys a couple more times, and it's cool, it's fun, whatever. I think at this point it's like a weekend of us just like texting back and forth and flirting. It happened all very fast, super fast actually. And at this point he's just kind of like, oh yeah, like you're my girlfriend, like that's it, like you're mine, this and that. And I'm just like, I'm going with it. I'm like, okay, like if you say so. From the beginning he showed like red flags. automatically. He was just very jealous, very clingy, he didn't want me hanging out with not even my friends, like my girlfriends. Every second that we were not together physically, he wanted to have me on the phone, or he wanted me to be replying to him extremely fast. And at this point, I was just kind of like, I didn't know better, because I had never been in a serious relationship before that. Mind you, this is the same guy that I ended up losing my B card to. This is a big part of why I was like, this guy's kind of weird. After I lost my V card to him, we were like cuddling. He takes a photo of us, and I'm supposed to be like sleeping, but I'm not asleep. He takes a photo of us cuddling, and he sends it to his freaking group chat. The group chat with all those other guys that were hanging out with us that day. Seeing as Bianca was talking with Mickey sends the photo to Bianca, but Bianca automatically sends it to our trio group chat. And so my friends are just hitting me up like, what the hell is going on? I kind of ignored them. I just let it be. I was just like, whatever. When I had gone back to school the next day, they damn near trampled me, trying to get to me, to ask me everything and anything. And so I was like, that's kind of weird that he did that. Cool, whatever. Time goes by and he's still doing the same thing, being toxic. Like, it was wrong what he was doing, like always like just trying to like have a hold on me. I don't know, I guess in my head at the time I was just like, well, this is the only guy that's giving me attention right now, so I'm just gonna take it. Okay, so then it got to a point where, yeah, like he was just being very toxic, didn't want me to like hang out with anybody but him. And then if I wasn't hanging out with him, I just needed to be on the phone with him 24/7. It got so bad to the point where even like my sister realized. She's like, that dude's kind of weird, like why is he being like that? Like, why does he want you to constantly be on the phone with him? He even wanted me to be on the phone with him like while we slept. And like, people think that's cute, but like for him to be doing it was like it was toxic. It was toxic as hell. So then he ends up buying me a pair of shoes, and at the time Huaraches were like the big thing, and he ended up buying me a pair of pink and white Huaraches. So in my head I'm thinking, shoot, hey, everything's all grand and fine. This is my first toxic relationship. I couldn't just come home with a new pair of shoes. My mom was gonna be like, what the hell, like, where you got the money for that? So then I go and I tell my mom that, and I'm like, Mom, yeah, this girl, like, my friend, she said they didn't fit her anymore, so she just gave them to me. And even my mom was like, she just gave them to you? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay. She didn't ask too many questions. She was just like, okay, I guess. Whatever. Some time like passes by, and he's doing his toxic stuff still. At some point, I decided that isn't what I wanted. I was like, nah, I'm good. I was hanging out with my friends from my block, like on my street. We were being badass kids. We would always hang out on my mom's roof. The door to the roof, it didn't have an alarm, so we just would go up there to hang out. We were up there one day, and he's calling, blowing up my phone because I'm not answering him. Mind you, I was with one of my like really good friends at the time, and you couldn't tell me I couldn't hang out with this girl. Like, this was basically my sister. He calls me and he's like, I don't want you hanging out with your friends no more. Like, you never pay attention to me. You're always hanging out with them. Why do you hang out with them so much? I'm like, dude, these are my friends. Like, what the heck? It's not like I'm hanging around a whole bunch of guys. Like, it's just us girls. Basically was like, no, like, you have to choose between me or them. Baby, I hung up that phone so quick. Don't give me the option, because it's not gonna be you. I was like, bye. And I turned to my friend. I was like, oh, I just broke up with my man. And she was like, why? Like, what happened? And I told her, I was like, he's making me choose between my friends and him. And she was basically like, yeah, he's an asshole, this and that. I was like, right. The way he starts blowing up my phone, going crazy, he starts threatening me. Like, I never let him inside my house because that was just a no-go. But he's definitely been to my street before, and he knows like what building I live in. He's like, I'm gonna pop up to your street, this and that. Mind you, at the time, he swore up and down that he was like this big gangbanger. And I was like, go ahead, I don't care. He was just trying to act all tough. I kind of knew he was bluffing, but I was like, let me not take the chance. I tell my friends, and they're like, oh, no. we start rounding up we start rounding up the guys, and we tell them what happened, and we're like, oh, this dude, he's talking about he's gonna pull up, and he's threatening me, and he says that he's gonna do something to me and like whoever I'm with. And they're not going for that. They're like, oh hell no, he's not gonna pull up over here to our side. Are you crazy? And we're just hanging out in front of my mom's building. He obviously never came. But yeah, that's how I broke up with him. It's funny enough, about like a month or like a couple months later, one of his friends, one of the homeboys that we were like hanging out with in the park that day, he texts me and he says, have you heard from X? And I'm like, no, I haven't heard about him like in so long. Like I he is not on my radar. And he's like, oh, if you hear about him, let me know, because he was locked up and I can't get in touch with him. Now he's locked up. What he do? I don't know. He texted me a couple months after that saying, hey, have you heard about this dude? I say no. I haven't talked about him, heard of him, seen him. The dude is not even crossing my mind. Says the same thing again. He was just locked up. If he texts you, let me know. Why is he gonna text me? I have not spoken to this man in months. Why would he text me? Why? A day after that, I get a message from this guy's Facebook. Not my ex, the homeboy. I get a message from the homeboy's Facebook saying, you better stop texting my man. Excuse me? What the hell are you talking about? Like, girl, I'm not trying to talk to your man. He's asking me about his friend. Like, what are you talking about? Like, scroll up, baby. We're not talking. The whole time, I don't want this man at all. So I'm just like, girl, bye. Like, you're wasting your damn time, and you're wasting my damn time. Like, not on my phone, not on my cellular device that I pay for, that my dad paid for. The hell? That's how I broke up with him, and I never spoke to that man ever again in my entire life. Do not choose a man over your friends. Ever. I was not going for that then, and I'm not going for that now. That was the story of me in my first toxic relationship. Let me know if you guys want a story time about like other things, like other subjects. I'll definitely be down. That was just my little story time. It was supposed to be like kind of a mukbang. Baby, I didn't take a bite of this sandwich the entire time I was talking. Yep. Okay. Bye, guys. Again, like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to be active on this motherfucker. So please. Also, I don't know how I'm gonna edit this because CapCut is not working right now. They dumb banned TikTok. They took it. They took TikTok, bro. Now what am I supposed to do? I'm stressed. I'm stressing. Anyways. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next video.